आई होप दैट क्या मैंने कोड्स आपको ग्रुप के ऊपर शेयर किए थे, राइट? ओके, तो आप कुछ डाउट है आपको वहाँ पर? क्या क्या? आयुष, मुझे ना आपका आवाज ठीक तरीके से नहीं आ रहा है। क्या आप थोड़ा क्लियरली मुझे बता सकते हो, क्योंकि मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है आप क्या कह रहे हो। आपका वॉइस वॉइस जो है वो क्लियर। हाँ, अभी आ रहा है। मल्टीप्लिकेशन का आंसर्स नहीं आ रहे। ओके, 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 दिस वन, राइट? ओके, right. That means for the execution of this cell, right? I don't. I'm not going to always going to click here for this button. I will simply press Shift and Enter. क्या एरर आ रहा है आपको? Cell has been. आई होप आपने जो यहाँ पर हमने जो कुछ भी लिखा है, आपने सेम लिखा रहेगा, क्योंकि अगर आप सेम लिखोगे तो कोई एरर नहीं आएगा वहां पर। ओके, अगर आपको कुछ एरर है तो उसका फोटो निकाल के आप ग्रुप पर भेज दीजिए। ओके, so on last class, we have just started the topic of data structure, and the first data structure that was our list, right? So now look at here. We have just learned about how to create a list, and then how to check the data type of that list, and also we have just started the indexing operations, right? So first of all, telling that indexing starting from which number, right? Indexing starting from 0. And also we have just seen the few examples related to the indexing. Okay, now look at here on a whiteboard. Okay, so I'm here drawing one line. Okay, now this is, let us say, this is my one scale, and on this scale I'm going to plot a few points here. Okay, so let us imagine that this is my middle 0, and this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Similarly, here I have values from -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Like this way, we have our values. Okay, now if I have, let us say, I have a one list. Okay, A is equal to, now I have the list from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let us say from 1 to 6. Okay, and if I will write down A from 0 to 3, otherwise let us say till 4. That means it will write down starting from 0, right? This will be considered, that means it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 4 will be excluded. That means without this fourth value before of this fourth value it will consider, right? So it will write down from 1 to 4, right? But look at here the direction. Now we are going on a positive direction from 1 2 3 4, right? Like this way. That means this is our positive direction on this side. How it is deciding that we have to go on this positive side? Because by default their value of a direction is a 1, positive 1, starting from 0 until 4, and after this we have here our jump size, and that is by default it is a +1. Okay, that means we are going on this direction, right? This is our default value. If I will write down like this one, similar I will create one list having value 1 2 3 4 5 6, and if I will write down a of starting from 0 till 4 and jump size of 1, so it is similarly writing like this one. If I will write down only starting from 0 till 4, right? Both are giving me same answers. That means by default it is having the value of 1. Okay, now let me increase this list till the 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, perfect. Now look at here. Now I have list from 1 to 10, and I have to fetch the numbers by the gap of 1 by 1. That means if I am writing 1, then I have to write down 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. That means I am taking the jump size of 2. Now what is meaning of jump size of 2? That means let us say that I am here at a 1, and if I am taking the jump size of 2, that means if I will change this value 1 to the positive 2, so it will directly jump to the second number. From, let us say I am here at 1, so it will go to the 1 and 2 at second at second number, right? That means it will directly shift to the 3. After this it will shift to the 4 and 5 second number, 6 and 7, this is my second number, right? Like this way we will jump. I hope that you got the meaning of this, of positive to jump size. Okay, now look at here. A starting from 0, and let us say end till my 11 point. 11 means till here, right? Till here. Okay, and you have to take the jump size of 2. Okay, now it is showing me the only values of the gap of 2, right? Here we are getting the gap of 2. That means we are directly getting values like after 1 directly 3, because this is having the jump of 1 and 2, right? After this 1 and 2, right? After that 1 and 2, 1 and 2, like this way we are getting our values, right? Okay, everything is fine till here, I hope. Now after this, let me increase the jump size now. Okay, let me increase the jump size now, starting from a of 0 till the 11 point, and now make a jump of 3. Now 1 4 7 10. Now look at here the diagram. After the 1, okay, after the 1 we are getting directly shifted to the direct from 1, 1 2, 3, right? We are getting 4 number, right? Now we are at 4. Okay, we are at this 4. Now 1, 2, 3. So we will shift it to this 7. Now after this 1, 2 and 3. That means this 10. Okay, like this way we will get our values. Okay, 1, 4, 7, 10. Okay, now everything is fine till here. Now look at here, one more interesting thing. If I have to get the entire data, a of all data, right? Now look at here, I have to fetch all the data. So this is my all data. Now if I have to fetch the all data in a unique way, that means with different method, right? Now look at here, how can we fetch it? That means we will only write down empty over here, right? Now empty column means from start to end all data. From start to end it will consider all data if I am keeping it as a empty, right? Now look at here, a of colon, entire data it is showing. But why we need this colon for empty data? Because now let us say I want to print out my all data by the gap of 2, a a and colon, and after this colon jump size of 2. Okay, now what is the meaning of this? From start to the end and jump of 2, right? That is meaning of this empty colon and jump size, right? Now if we are writing only one colon, that means from start to end, two values, right? And for the third value of the jump size, that we will write down our one more colon here, right? Now I hope that everything is fine here, fine till here, clear? Okay, if you have any doubt, definitely you can unmute and you can ask here, right? Now, look at here, one more interesting thing. Okay, now I can fetch this data by one more uh, thing, by using the reverse operation, right? Now, look at here, I have this data and indexing start from 0, 1, 2, 3, like this way. Okay, now let us say that I have to fetch only my last data point. Which one? Last data point. Okay, so let us say this 10 is my last data point. How can I fetch this 10? By using indexing operation of 0, 1, 2, 3, like this way 11 value will be assigned for this 10, right? But now if I will write down -1, okay, if I will write down -1, that means last one. Okay, now look at here, a of -1, a of -1, it is showing me 10, right? Now look at here, I have to travel from this last data set to the one by one till my first. That means I have to print out all these numbers in a reverse order. Okay, so how can we write down that one? For that we have to first of all, look at here, we have to first of all write down our starting point, right? We have to write down our starting point, right? Now my starting point is -1, otherwise this plus 11 value, both are meaning same, right? Both are meaning same, that means our last value, right? As of now I am writing -1, that means last one. Start from this last one and end till, and till, let us say I want to end till this my 0, this my first value. Okay, so I will write down 0. But tell me, if I am writing this middle value, it should be considered or it should be accepted. That means we will consider this one or we will uh, skip this one, and before of this one will be considered. Tell me. Right? That means it will consider the starting point, but it will not consider the last point, right? That means it will not consider this one, it will consider till 2, because we are coming from this reverse order, right? So here is one mistake, right? So how to avoid this mistake? So at that time, if we want to write down our all data in reverse format, starting from -1 till end means till this 1, so keep it as a empty, right? Keep it as a empty, and after this write down your jump size. Okay, now interesting thing here. Now we are taking jump size in which direction? Tell me, on plus side or on negative side we have to take jump? Tell me. Well, right, negative means on this side, right? Sorry, not okay. Negative means on this direction and positive means on this direction. That's why we have to now write down our jump size as a -1. Okay, now what will happen if we will write down our this value as a +1? Okay, so look at here. Let us say that this is our line and this is our 10th number. Okay, now let us say we have this have numbers and we are writing our data like start from -1. Okay, it will start from this 10 and end till 0, end till empty means end till here whatever will be data available. Okay, now and if I will write down this value as a +1, so that means it will consider start from this 10 and you have to take a jump size on this plus direction. But tell me, is there any positive value remaining here? Is there any next value of 10? No. That's why it will stuck there and it will write down only an empty list. Okay, because there is nothing any value present on positive direction, values are present on our negative direction of this 10. That's why we have to write down this jump size as a -1. Okay, now look at here, start from -1 and end till wherever my data is available and take a jump size of -1. Okay, now look at here, from 10 to 1 I am able to write down my all the data in the reverse order, right? And this is your interview question. Okay, now I have to take the jump size of 2 in a negative direction. So start from -1 till end and take a jump size of -2. So now 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. We are getting the jump size of 2. Okay, and a of start from -1 till the end and take a jump of now -3. Okay, so 10, 7, 4, 1. Now look at here this scenario. What if I will write down this plus value? That means it will try to go on this plus direction. That means there is nothing any data present, right? Because there is nothing any value after this 10. Okay, so look at here, start from -1 till end and jump of +1. So it is taking only 10 because after 10 there is nothing any value, right? That's why it is showing only 10. Okay, remember this thing. Why this is not writing data? Because we have written this +1. We have to write down -1 because we have to travel on negative side. Okay, I hope that everything is fine till here. And now after this, now look at here, how can we replace the values? Okay, now we have to replace these values of a list. Okay, now here inside this data set, let us say that I have to change this value of 2 and I have to replace this 2 with 200. How can I replace it? So first of all, tell me what is the index of this 2, index number, right? 1, right? Look at here, it is having 2, and simply I will write down a of 1 is equal to now 200. Okay, and now let's check a. Now this 2 is replaced with 200, right? Like this way we can update and change our values of a list, and this is the specification of our list. Okay, now after this, let us say that we have to change the value of a of 3, right? A of 3 with the any name. Now let us check a. Now look at here, this 4 is changed with this name. Now we can create the mixed data set. Look at here, s is equal to list of 3, 2.4, and I have one data name, and after this I have some complex data, something like 10 plus 7j. I have some boolean values. Now let us check s. S. Now this s is having the mixed data set. 3, this is our integer, this is our float, this is string, this is complex, this is boolean value, right? We have mixed all data set in a one list. We can do this one. Okay, now look at here, one more interesting thing, nested list. Nested list. Okay, now nested list means list inside list. F is equal to, I have now 1 comma 2 comma 3, and after 3 I have one more list. I have one more list here. Now this list is having values something like 100, 200, 300. Okay, and now this list is completed. Okay, now look at here, F. Now this f is having 1, 2, 3, and this is my one more nested list. Now look at here, how can I fetch this list and what will be this index number of this list? Look at here, you already know that f of 0 will be 1, 1 will be 2, and 2 will be 3. Okay, look at here the 3. Now if I am writing down f of 3, it is showing me this complete list. That means, look at here, okay, now look at here, what is happening now. This will be having the index number of 0, this will be 1, this will be 2, and this complete list will be known as a third value, third index. Okay, that's why it is showing complete list whenever we are fetching this f of 3. Now I have to fetch this 200. How can I fetch this 200? Now look at here, for that first of all I have to write down f of 3. So f of 3 will show me this list, and inside this list this 200 is available at my first index. So ahead of this I will write down 1, right? Now it is showing me 2. Okay, now let us create one more nested list. G is equal to this list 1, 2, 3, 4, and after this I have 1.1, 2.2, 3.3, and 4.4, and after this I have one more nested list. Now here I have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, okay, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Okay. Now, can you tell me that how can I fetch this 0.2? Tell me answer. How can I fetch this 0.2? How can I fetch? I am not getting your voice clearly. Can you tell me once again? G, G of 5. Okay. Okay. Let me check G of 5. There is nothing anything available at 5. Now look at here. First of all, my G of 3 will be having 4 value. Now my G of 4, look at here, G of 4. Now G of 4 will be having this one complete list, and inside this list I have two lists, this one and this one. Okay, so for this one I have to fetch first of all this G of 4, and ahead of this G of 4, ahead of this G of 4 I have 0, 1, 2, 3, and once more 4. Right, now I am getting this last list, but from this I have to fetch 0.2, so it is available at 0 and 1. So I will simply write down G of 4, 4, and now 1. Okay, so like this way we can fetch the 0.2. You need a little bit of practice of these things, how to fetch and how to get all these data points, right? Okay, now I hope that everything is fine in here of list. Now we have to learn a few more functions related to this list. Okay. Now let us say that I have to insert, otherwise I have to add new data inside my current list. My current list is having this one. Okay, this is my current list, and I have to add a new data point inside this list. So I can add this new data point by using h dot. Now whenever I am pressing tab, look at here, I have to first of all write down h, then dot, and after tab button. Tab button is available at your uh, above caps lock, right? Above your caps lock and beside of q and q value. Okay, whenever you will press this tab button, you will get some suggestions of some functions. So all these types of function we can apply on our this list. Look at here, now I have to use this append function. I can directly select this append, otherwise I can manually write down a double p e and d. Okay, append, and after this or parenthesis. Now inside this parenthesis I am going to write down one value. Let us say I have to append a new value of 7, otherwise 6. Okay, now look at here, h is now updated with new value of 6. Okay, now everything is fine till here. Now after this h dot h dot extend, append and extend, we have two different functions, and working of these two different functions are different. Okay, now after this I have to add some values like 700 and 800. Okay, now look at here, this is showing me one error. This is saying me that if you have to pass the multiple value, then it should be written in the format of a list. So I will apply a list for these two values. Okay, now look at here h. Now this h is added with two values. Now look at here, one more interesting thing. Now I have extended this with two values of 700 and 800. Now h dot append, again I am going to use this append. Now inside this append I am writing some values like 900 and 1000. Okay, now look at here h. Now tell me what is the difference between append and extend. Okay, that means append will add the data set as it is here written, right? And extend will add a new data with a current list inside our current list, right? That is the difference. Look at here 700 and 800 value. It is writing after the comma, right? As a new index. But append is adding value with list, with this including list, right? And that is the difference. Okay, now look at here one more example, h dot append, and inside the append I have to write down uh, 1200. Okay, and h, now look at here, this is adding with the list. Okay, and if I will h dot extend with some values of data and list name. Okay, now look at here h. So it is writing my data with a like this way. Okay, because this data is adding in a single index values, right? This is my single index values, this is my single index value. But if I am writing down in a append, so it is writing as only one index, because this will consider as only one index, right? But this will be considered as a separate index, and this will be considered as a separate index, right? I hope that you are getting meaning of this. That means if I have to fetch uh this number, so it will be considered as only one index, right? And this will be considered as a single index value, and this will be another value. Okay, and that is the difference between append and extend. Okay, I hope that everything is fine here. And now after this we have to perform few more operations. H dot, you have to you have to count. H dot count. Okay, now look at here how to read a function. Now how to read a function, that means we can read the description of function. Now let us imagine that we don't know about this count function. So how can we read this count function? First of all we have to write down our function h dot count. Okay, and inside this count, click on this inside this count, and you have to press now shift and tab. Okay, you have to press now shift and tab. Now this is saying that returns the number of occurrence of values. That means let us say that inside this I am writing 1. So count of 1 is 1, right? Now h dot count of, I think that there is nothing any duplicate, otherwise a double value. That's why every value will be okay. Now let us check that is there any 9000 otherwise 90 value. First of all tell me, is there any 90 value present inside our list? No. So it is showing me the count of 0. Now let us create a quick list of values of 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 2 4 5 6 6 7. Okay, now dot count j dot count of 2. How much time 2 is there? 2 is there three times. One, two, three. How much time six is there? J dot count of six. It is having two times. Okay. Now, like this way, we can count the values there. Now, let us count the L is equal to, I have one name. We are learning Python. Okay. Now, L dot count how much time A is there. Okay, I have tried them in quotes. Okay. So, A is there two times. L dot count how much time there is E, three time is there E. Okay. I hope that you got the meaning of all these functions, how to use all these functions. Okay. And this is our data structures class 2. Okay. And you will also get the recording of this class. Okay. And we are posting this recording on a YouTube channel, and we will share the YouTube link. Okay. And along with this, I will upload this today's file in your WhatsApp group. What you have to do now, you have to first of all uh, do this task whatever I have written here. You have to write down all these codes. Okay. And we will continue the remaining codes on next class, and you have to do the revision of previous classes, right? Whatever we have learned about the data types, right? Operations. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. And also you have to get ready for the interview questions based on all these topics whichever I am teaching here. Because I am writing there, this is interview question, this may be your interview question. Okay. So as of now we will stop here, and we will